Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for the Athens County Game of the Week, presented by Tri-County Career Center.
Our game broadcast, especially Facebook. That's where you'll get the best updates in terms of what games will go ahead, what games will not. Obviously, again, priority number one is making sure everybody is safe and making sure everybody is good. Basketball is the last focus here, but we will obviously have to continue to monitor the situation. Obviously, the snow not really set to get going until later on this evening through into tomorrow morning. Obviously, no games tomorrow, and then we've got a couple games scheduled for Monday and Tuesday and next week. Keep an eye on our broadcast channels to see whether or not those games go ahead. We will obviously be very much dependent on the snow. These schools tend to cancel even if there's a little bit of snow, and we're expecting a little bit more than just a little bit of snow. So we will, again, keep you updated on that. We will let you know when we hear more throughout the course of the weekend. So it'll be a interesting weekend. We got AFC Conference Championship games, AFC and NFC. As we welcome in now our stream audience. Thanks so much for joining us over on the Total Media Sports YouTube channel. We're just gearing up for hoops here in Stuart. It is the Lancers and the Spartans. Alexander comes in at 11-6 overall. Federal Hocking at 9-5. The Lancers still have 7 games to play. They had a few games rescheduled from early in the year. They've got some really good non-conference games coming up. They got a really intriguing game at Wheelersburg on Thursday the 5th that I'm very interested to see. Wheelersburg, always a very good, feels like every sport, no matter what. Obviously, they went to the state championship of football this year, but they have if you really want to look up a dynasty in Southeast Ohio, Wheelersburg softball. They have been nothing short of dominant over the last 4 to 5 years. Just complete and utter dominance from Wheelersburg softball. There are a couple schools like that who just dominate in one particular sport. Federal Hocking here have had a couple of really good basketball teams, both genders. Obviously, the girls last year did such a great job, and then the boys a couple years ago were able to go to the Convocation Center after they won a district title. That was back in, I believe, 2023 when they won that championship. So some great years for Federal Hocking basketball have come and gone, and it's also been some great years for Alexander. It hasn't been too long since we saw Kyler D'Agostino tearing things up. Obviously, for those of you who don't know, I'm sure many in Albany will, but Kyler D'Agostino is playing D1 basketball now over at IU Indy. It's such an interesting offense. IU Indy, of course, hired West Liberty's former head coach, which is where Kyler was. Kyler transferred up from the D2 level to join him at the Jaguars of IU Indy, which formerly was IUPUI, and they watch a game of theirs. They play such a unique brand of basketball. It really is something you got to see to believe, because they just play. It is lightning. They full press from the opening jump. They play so fast. They're trying to get as many possessions as they can. It's such an interesting basketball and an interesting way to watch a team play. So shout out to Kyler. Shout out to a Southeast Ohio kid who's playing really, really well at the next level. We're just about set here for hoops inside Stuart. We're going to play the national anthem, and we're going to get ready. We'll step aside here on our radio and stream broadcast, and we come back. We will have the starting lineups as well as TVC action inside the arena in Stuart. You're listening to the Athens County Game of the Week on Pure Rock 105 and Total Media Sports.
Be reliable heating and cooling. Airclass Heating and Cooling has you covered. From furnaces to AC generators to fireplaces and indoor air quality, we keep your home comfortable all year. Call 740-448-7278 or visit us at 24 State Street. Airclass, comfort you can count on. Be reliable heating and cooling. Airclass Heating and Cooling. Our Carpet One Floor and More in Athens, we bring your flooring vision to life. From carpet to hardwood to vinyl, our experts are here to help you find the perfect fit. Visit 7 Pomeroy Road or call 740-331-4309 for your free estimate. Carpet One, quality you can stand on.
Whether you're on the go or there's just not enough time in your day, Holzer is making care more convenient for you. Don't feel like leaving the house for healthcare? Don't. Holzer Virtual Care for when and where you need it. Think Holzer first.
Need a contractor you can count on? One call, we do it all.
At J&K Contracting in Albany, Ohio, we bring 30 years of experience to every job. Licensed and insured, we handle it all. Complete home builds, room additions, deck designs, concrete work, roofing, window siding, and excavating services. Call J&K Contracting today at 740-698-3521 and let's get to work.
Tri-County Career Center helps students build real skills for real careers. For adults, career development and certification programs can help you reskill, upskill, or start something new fast. High school juniors and seniors can jumpstart their futures with hands-on training in healthcare, construction, media, and more. And of course, there's always fun to be had too. Visit tricounty.cc today.
Got a hankering for some food with authentic flavor? Your destination is Cajun Island at the Bridge in Carbon Hill, the new home of the award-winning blackened chicken with bow tie pasta. From the moment you walk in, you're welcomed by a relaxed, friendly atmosphere and a mouth-watering aroma of dishes made with true Cajun heart. It's perfect for group gatherings, family dinners, or a flavorful takeout night. Don't taste what everyone's talking about. The Cajun Island at the Bridge. Delicious Cajun cuisine, generous portions, and friendly service right here in Southeast Ohio.
Welcome back to the Athens County Game of the Week, presented by Tri-County Career Center.
To the open receiver or the point guard making the perfect pass. It feels good to make the right insurance decision too. That's why State Farm agent Shauna Stump is here at Athens to help you select the right protection at the right price. Shauna will make sure you understand your State Farm coverages so you'll know what to expect if the unexpected happens. With State Farm agent Shauna Stump, it's easy to make the right choice. Just call Shauna when you want the real deal. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
We are gearing up for action here in Stuart. It is the Lancers, it is the Spartans, and we are ready to go. As they introduce the starting lineups to the visiting crowd here in Stuart, let's do it ourselves as well. We'll start out with the visitors from Albany. It is Alexander, it is Kaylee Hudnall, Kara Allison, Caden Bean, Lily Ryder, and Macy Hubbard. That is your lineup. Again, it's a upperclassman heavy lineup. It's all juniors and seniors. Hudnall is a senior, along with Allison and Hubbard, Ryder and Bean, the junior representatives in that. And then for the Lancers, Dylan, I'll let you send that away as we introduce the Lancers to the crowd. We'll introduce the Lancers to our audience.
Absolutely. Starting in numerical order, ascending the junior number 1, Brenley Cottrell, the star playmaker. Number 5, the senior Juniper Ballou. The junior number 13, Michaela Nelson. The senior number 20, Takira Walker. And rounding him out, the senior number 23, Rory Tabler, are your starting 5 for the Federal Hocking Lady Lancers.
Michaela Nelson back into the starting lineup. Obviously, she was still working her way back from that injury she suffered all the way back in 2025. It was during that regional semifinal game out in Pickerington High School against Harvest Prep. She suffered that injury, worked her way all the way back, missed a large portion of the early part of the season, but she is back, and that is good news for the Lancers.
And she is a lethal presence from beyond the three-point range. I've never seen a more efficient three-point shooter.
Very efficient shooter. As Bean went up for the initial bounce with Ballou. Ballou was able to get it. We are underway in Stuart. Chilly outside. We'll see if the teams can heat it up on the inside as turnover on the opening possession by Federal Hocking leads to Alexander. This is a long three that goes down. What a start from Macy Hubbard.
Great way for Alexander to take advantage of a missed opportunity by Federal Hocking. We'll see if they can respond.
And we've talked about it a couple of times over the course of this season. If Hubbard gets hot from three, look out. She could go on those sorts of runs where she could have 15 points on her own here very, very quickly if they don't close out. So Federal Hocking's going to have to be on their toes defensively here. Nice passing inside, and there's the opening bucket from the Lancers, Juniper Ballou, with a nice finish there after some great ball movement. Nice assist from Rory Tabler. And it is 3-2 Alexander. It's Kira Walker with the defense on Ryder, and it will be out of bounds off of Ryder.
So we got 1 for 1 on the turnover battle so far. Very even matchup way early on in the contest here. We're going to start to see if Federal Hocking can take advantage of very ethical, fluid ball movement, not wanting to do things
yeah, just like that, as you mentioned. Yeah, there's a turnover. They tried to move the ball quickly. You saw a great example of it, though, on the previous possession where there was some great passing that led to an easy 2 for Ballou. Here's Walker on Ryder. These two will be going at it all afternoon here. It's a good matchup there as Federal Hocking in man-to-man defense. They get the switch. Nice feed inside, but Hudnall wasn't ready for it. Walker steals it away. Walker got a 2-on-1, blows right past her defender, and goes right to the bucket for 2. Federal Hocking's got their first lead of the game.
No teammates, no problem. Walker going coast to coast by herself. Did it all with the finish. Excellent job.
And they're going to get Ballou there on a slight reach-in on Hudnall. As Hudnall will, or excuse me, it was on Hubbard. So Bean will inbound all the way back out to Ryder, who touched that. That's going to be an over and back. And she'll just let it roll out of bounds. So, I mean, I suppose it doesn't really matter, I suppose. As I think Ryder might have thought that was off of a Lancer. It was off of Spartan, so it's going to be a Fed Hoc inbound all the way down at the baseline. Instead of if Ryder had touched it, it would have been at the end line.
Just any opportunity to slow down, catch your breath, take some time to yourself. So, I don't know. I've seen it before in soccer. It's where people do like a box out to let the ball roll out. Every second matters when it comes to planning and preparation.
Kira Walker checks things back out for the Lancers. Dumps it back to Cottrell. Cottrell to Nelson. Nice closeout speed there, but Walker's able to get it back for 3. That one's a little short. Nice rebound by Ballou. Great positioning there on the inside. Now, inside goes Cottrell right to the cup for 2. Brindley Cottrell has her first points of the evening, and it's 6-3.
Very easy rebound there for Juniper Ballou. Has the height advantage over most of this Alexander lineup on the court right now.
There's another 3 from Alexander. Ryder, that one's no good. Rebound goes to Walker. Walker going back the other way. Walker is able to get around Ryder, who tried to play some defense. Ryder wanted a foul, didn't get the call. Walker looking for a call from Coach Cottrell on the bench. Of course, the Spartans coached by Coach Morgan Grinstead, and there's a turnover by the Lancers as Alexander's able to take it up the floor into Ryder. Just short on that layup attempt, and now there's a fight for the basketball. It'll be a jump ball, and that will go the way of Alexander. The arrow pointed towards the Spartans.
That was a good job. Very fluid ball movement there from Alexander. Not quite enough power behind that tap in. If that had a little bit more arc to it, this would have been a 1-point ball game, but instead they're going to get another chance, another crack at it. Hopefully second time's a charm for Alexander.
It'll be Caden Bean on the inbound, going all the way back out to Hudnall. This time the inbound works, and Hudnall will have it at the logo, being defended by Michaela Nelson. Ryder into the corner to Bean. Bean spinning away from Laura Blower, who's into the game, and there is an and one. Nice job by Bean to get inside, get positioning, and it was Blower who committed the foul.
If at first you don't succeed, try and try again. What good is missing a 2-point play when you have a chance to make it 3?
And she does, and we are tied at 6. 4:44 to go in this first quarter. Back and forth affair so far. Cottrell and Walker able to break through the quick press. Now Tabler's able to get by, put up a little floater. That's no good. Rebound, bounces twice. Tabler's able to save it, and Bean's able to get it off of that save. And now she'll take a tumble. On the floor, I think inadvertent knock there was a foul. They got that one on Michaela Nelson. That's her first. And it will be an inbound for the Spartans. It goes Hudnall. Hudnall driving inside. As Back the other way go the Lancers. Inside, there's Brinley Cottrell doing what she does best. Crafty on the inside. And she's able to put it up and in for two. Lancers have the lead back once again, 8-6.
Cottrell making it look way too easy from our vantage point up here. She's just an all-around great player.
As that one is thrown away. A couple of Spartans in the vicinity couldn't corral it. 3:59 halfway done with this opening quarter. Now wide open in the corner is Nelson, and that's an easy three. Not sure what happened on defense there for Alexander. Just completely forgot about Michaela Nelson, and you talked about the volume three-point shooting there in that opening few seconds. And Nelson proving you right there, Dylan. That was a beautiful three-point shot.
Could not have had it any easier. The skies opened up, and we saw a rainbow pass almost coast to coast into the hands of Nelson. Made that almost like she was at home and at the gym by herself. That was way too easy for Nelson.
It was almost as if she was with how little pressure there was on her. Now back up the other way goes Walker for two. And the Lancers starting to heat up, 7-0 run, and it's 13-6.
Starting to kindle something here. We can feel a fire warming up.
And there's another steal by Cottrell. She's able to get it away, wide open underneath the basket. This is Nelson for two. We're going to get a timeout, Alexander. Federal Hocking keeping us warm on this chilly Saturday afternoon in Southeast Ohio. We'll step aside. First break of the game action. We'll be right back. You're listening to the Athens County Game of the Week on Pure Rock 105.
Searching for a trusted and dependable...
Need a contractor you can count on? One call, we do it all. At J&K Contracting in Albany, Ohio, we bring 30 years of experience to every job. Licensed and insured, we handle it all. Complete home builds, room additions, deck designs, concrete work, roofing, window siding, and excavating services. Call J&K Contracting today at 740-698-3521 and let's get to work.
Welcome back to the Athens County Game of the Week, presented by Tri-County Career Center.
3:03 to go in this first quarter, and it was a 9-0 run that was just fired off by the Lancers of Federal Hocking to turn what was a 6-6 tie into a 15-6 lead, and now Alexander's got some work to do to get back into this ballgame. An apt timeout call there from Morgan Grinstead as she tries to steady the ship for her Spartans. What are some adjustments you think they can make early in this game, Dylan?
Honestly, I think Alexander needs to move more to a man-to-man defense. Their zone package isn't exactly going as efficiently as we saw with that last Michaela Nelson three ball there. She was wide open all by herself. There wasn't a single Alexander defender within about 15 feet of her, so they're going to have to look to move to a man
now
defense.
Hudnall's in some trouble, and she gets away, and that is what Federal Hocking does best, that front court pressure. Walker, Cottrell, both did a great job there. Cottrell was able to force the errant pass, and it's another turnover. The Spartans have only made 2 buckets. It's that and one that was made by Caden Bean, and the initial 3 off the jump from Macy Hubbard. So Alexander's got to find better ways to the bucket right now. The Lancer defense doing their job, and then some. Here's Cottrell. Firing it to Walker. Walker inside to Tabler, who's able to corral it away from Bean. Now Cottrell with a long 3. No good, short. Rebound goes to Tabler. She can't get it up and in, and Macy Hubbard is able to secure it. Lily Ryder now going back the other way for Alexander. Maybe that could be the momentum starter, and that is a foul. It's the 5th foul of the quarter, and I think Lily Ryder is going to go to the line here. So the Lancers, it is that yin and yang of that aggressive defense, is while they have forced some turnovers and they have generated some steals, they have also committed a number of fouls, and now with 2:09 to go in this first quarter, Alexander shooting free throws for the rest of it. They are into the bonus as Ryder can't make the first free throw.
Yeah, just as you were mentioning, Ethan, Alexander already up to 7 turnovers committed in the first quarter. Federal Hocking only has 3, so if you're talking about the pressure front, Federal Hocking forcing so much pressure that Alexander could be turning into some broken diamonds here.
Alexander made the second one courtesy of Ryder, and now it's Kira Walker will fire away. That one's no good. High arcing shot didn't go in. Rebound, bouncing around as who's this going to be off of? It'll be off of Cottrell last as her and Ryder were fighting for the rebound. It will be Spartan basketball at the end line, 15-7 here. Now if you're Federal Hocking, you got to be a little bit more careful here because you have racked up a number of fouls, and they have spread them out, so nobody's in major foul trouble in this first quarter, but you don't want to commit another one as Blower hits the floor there briefly. And see, now we do get that foul. There's on Nelson. Now she's going to have to check out because that's a second foul in the quarter, and it will send Bean to the line. I think if you're the Lancers, you probably have to back off of some of those high pressure steal moments because the referees clearly are calling it at that high level tonight. And you got to be able to not commit those fouls. Michaela Nelson takes a seat. Juniper Ballou checks back in, senior for senior swap there.
Yeah, they're definitely bringing the intensity on the defensive front, and they're making sure everything is hard-earned for Alexander. There will be no handouts, no freebies, but they're kind of making, you know what I'm saying, just as you were saying, Ethan, they're not exactly doing a very clean job of being squeaky clean on the defensive front. They're committing tons of fouls that maybe aren't necessary.
Into the corner, this is a three. That is good. That's Blower, the freshman, making a big play, and the Lancers extend the lead to double digits, 18-8. Blower now has made some big plays, and Lily Ryder will try to respond for the Spartans, but there's a steal back the other way, up and in from Cottrell. It's just too easy right now for the Lancers defensively. They're causing Alexander all manner of problems. Cottrell smartly there, doesn't foul. Now Hudnall gets it back. Walker tried it, and now she commits the foul. So that's a foul on Kira Walker. That'll be her second as well. So in what's been a great second quarter or first quarter for the Lancers, the only, I guess, anti-silver lining is that they have committed a number of personal fouls. A couple of their players are in foul trouble as Hudnall makes the first free throw. And again, it's clearly a defensive point of emphasis.
Yeah,
but,
yeah, definitely. That's going to be something that may come back to bite them later on if they need to rely on any of the starting five players to go back out there as that second one rattles off the front of the rim. If they're going to need any of those players back out there, that's going to come back to bite them later on. That's not going to be a good decision.
As Federal Hocking get back going offensively here, 30 seconds to go, 20-9 the lead, and again, really, the only thing I guess you could say from a Lancer fan that hasn't gone your way are those fouls. Everything else has been pretty much exactly how you drew it up if you're Coach Cottrell, who is right in front of us, and now we get a foul on the Spartans, who have played a relatively clean quarter. That's just their second team foul.
I believe Federal Hocking is at 7 or 8 team fouls in the first quarter alone.
Got some breaking news out of the National Football League. For my Steeler fans out there, there's a new head coach. Again, there's only been four Pittsburgh Steeler head coaches over the last, as we take a quick timeout from the action, 30 seconds, we'll stay right here. The Steelers have only had 4 head coaches in their entire history. You know how crazy that is for a franchise that's been around for almost 70 years?
Yep.
They've only had 4. Mike Tomlin was there, did some amazing things throughout the years. And their new head coach is Mike McCarthy, a Pittsburgh native. Obviously won a Super Bowl with Green Bay. His most recent stint was in Dallas. So Pittsburgh opts for experience. It'll be interesting to see how he gets on in the AFC North. So now the 2 AFC North coaches have been hired. Jesse Minter was hired by Baltimore a couple of nights ago. I love that hire for Baltimore as much as I hate it from my Bengals fan perspective. As we get back going, there's Tabler who doesn't get it to go, and the rebound goes to Alexander. But now, of course, Pittsburgh hires Mike McCarthy. So interesting to see. Obviously, the championship games will be tomorrow. We're going to get an offensive foul. Juniper Ballou takes a tough charge, and she's able to shake it off and get back up. Good to see that. And now 8 seconds to go. Can the Lancers make a play here? 7-6. Wide open in the corner is Sned, and it wasn't seen. Now 3 seconds. Got to get going quickly. Can this get off in time? That's good if it goes. It does!
How about that?
Laura Blower beats the buzzer. And the Lancers take a 23-9 lead into the end of the first quarter. We'll step aside. This is the Athens County Game of the Week on Total Media Sports.
Need a contractor you can count on? One call, we do it all. At J&K Contracting in Albany, Ohio, we bring 30 years of experience to every job. Licensed and insured, we handle it all. Complete home builds, room additions, deck designs, concrete work, roofing, window siding, and excavating services. Call J&K Contracting today at 740-698-3521 and let's get to work.
Tri-County Career Center helps students build real skills for real careers. For adults, career development and certification programs can help you reskill, upskill, or start something new fast. High school juniors and seniors can jumpstart their futures with hands-on training in healthcare, construction, media, and more. And of course, there's always fun to be had too. Visit tricounty.cc today.
Welcome back to the Athens County Game of the Week, presented by Tri-County Career Center.
The most part in this matchup, and they just punctuated what it was an amazing first quarter with an exclamation point. Laura Blower with the three-point bucket there as time expired. Genuinely got it off. I don't think she had another half second. I think she got it off at about the last time that she could. As the Lancers now go back to work on offense. There's going to be a foul underneath the bucket here by Alexander. That'll be,
I think it's on Lydia Moore.
It is on Moore, the freshman.
She got tripped up and inadvertently ran into Brenley Cottrell. She was trying to make a move towards the right edge of the far side from our vantage point. It's going to be a throw in here and another chance to extend what's already a mighty large lead.
I think they're going to get a 5-second call there underneath the bucket on Federal Hocking.
Spoke too soon.
That'll be a turnover. Alexander will get it back.
Jinx.
If you're going to announce or jinx something, that isn't the worst thing to announce or jinx.
You're absolutely right. There's definitely worse. Definitely worse.
Hudnall now will get things going on the offense. We'll see if the Lancers back off with they definitely got super handsy in that first quarter, as Cottrell again showing that they're really not going to. Hudnall with a nice take inside and finish and the foul.
All right.
Haley Hudnall trying to get the Spartans back into things, and that'll do a whole lot of good in that department. Nice finish from the senior.
Yeah, if I wanted to give a one-wish analysis for both teams in the first quarter for Alexander, if they had one wish, is that one was no good, rebounded by Macy Hubbard and eventually stolen away by Juniper Ballou.
As the Lancers go back the other way, that three no good from Tabler. Rebound goes to Blower. Blower all the way back out to Sneddon, who puts up the three. That's no good. Rebound goes to Blower again. Fight for the basketball, and we're going to get a jump ball. That will go to Alexander.
Not bad, but yes, as I was saying, if both teams, both coaches had one wish from a genie that came into Federal Hocking Gymnasium, Alexander's one wish would be get eyes in the back of their head. They're playing a little bit careless on the offensive front. Federal Hocking has forced a whole lot of steals and a whole lot of turnovers. They finished the first quarter with 8. For Federal Hocking, their one wish would be put the finishing touches on it. They're doing everything quickly. They're doing everything right. They need to do a little
There's
bit better.
Hudnall trying to just shut you down. Trying to say, no, we're not done just yet. As Walker tries to help you out right back the other way as we pick up the scoring pace here in Stewart. It's a 12-point advantage. Here's a three-pointer for Bean. That goes down. The scoring is getting hot. We are heating up inside the gym on this cold afternoon. 25-16. There's a response three that doesn't go from Blower. Rebound goes to Caden Bean. She'll take it back the other way. Bean tries to get to Hudnall. What a block by Cottrell. Again, shortest player on the floor. Stands about 5'1" tall, and she got up on that one to make a very nice play to deny an entry pass. And Alexander will take it back out. Hudnall's got the basketball now. These two great guards going head-to-head. Nice move there from Bean inside. Tried to put it up, no good. And now she'll commit the foul on Nelson as she tried to get the basketball back up the floor.
Yeah, Federal Hocking doesn't quite have the height advantage over Alexander, but what they lack in height, they make up for in team chemistry. These ladies have had absolutely stellar ball movement. They've been able to take advantage of the smallest errors that Alexander's making, and they're just making them pay for it on all fronts. That one's a quick drive
and in.
Quick drive there by Takira Walker.
It was Walker. She's been great tonight. 8 points. And the really great thing, I think, so far for Federal Hocking is it's not just, a scoring spree from whether it's Cottrell, and now they get the foul on Cottrell. And it's going to be, they've split out the scoring very well. So it's 8 points for Walker, 6 points for Cottrell, 6 points for Blower off the bench. And you've had some really great ball movement as well. It's led to easy points. Ballew's got a couple. So it's not just been one dominant force. As Hudnall now will put up a 3. That's go good off the back bumper. Rebound goes to Nelson after it goes off a couple of different hands. And then it's thrown away. Picked back up by the Spartans. Inside, this is back out. Caden Bean for 3. No good, short. Rebound goes to Blower. And Blower gets it all the way back to Cottrell. Cottrell quickly up the floor. Wide open is Nelson. This a long 2. That doesn't go. Walker's wide open underneath the bucket. And Takira Walker is into double digits, 29-16.
Almost a mirror image of the rainbow pass that Michaela Nelson caught for a stellar corner 3 earlier. Just a little bit shorter in distance and range, didn't quite get it that time.
Kara Allison couldn't find her way inside there, blocked off by the Lancers. Takira Walker, what a beautiful ball fake, but she couldn't get the roll on the lay-in, did everything else right. As now Hudnall tried to get it away. Now we get a jump ball. Great job there by the Lancers to force the tie-up. They've got the arrow. They'll retain the basketball. 4:53 to play in this second quarter.
Federal Hocking trying everything they can to get underneath the skin of the Spartans. It's working so far because they've put, as you were mentioning earlier, Ethan, the front court pressure by Federal Hocking has been their bread and butter. Even if they're having an off night on the offensive end, they know their defense is going to step up and support the backbone of a fantastic game for Federal Hocking. We'll see if they can continue that trend later on.
Cottrell slicing inside, couldn't get the roll, somehow fights for the rebound, and then she goes up, can't get the second one, and the effort, again, from Cottrell. Wanted a foul there, didn't get it. But when you think about it again, we talk about the height. She stands 5'1" tall, and she just goes up, out-rebounds a couple of Spartans there, whether it was Allison, who's 5'7", Bean's 5'6". She's still down, 4, 5, 6 inches in height. And she's finding a way to get those rebounds. That's all effort. As Takira Walker can't get that one to go, manages to poke away her own rebound and secure it.
I think Alexander was looking for a push-off there. Might have been Kara Allison looking for the rebound, was eventually pushed from behind. Now it's just going to get thrown away. Not a Lancer in sight for a reception there. It's going to be a turnover and the ball for Alexander. They're going to go up across the center stripe here, down only by 13. You'd think as much of a disadvantage as they've had. That one's stolen right there.
That was stolen away, and it was Blower who did it. And the steals, I've counted at least 7.
Yeah. Yeah, more than half of the turnovers that Alexander has committed have been steals at the hands of Federal Hocking. We're going to get an off-ball foul here. It's a push-off. We're going to get a throw-in from the baseline, I believe, for Alexander.
Yes, we are. No, it'll be a Lancer throw-in here.
Yes. Sorry,
inbound, no worries. Takira Walker gets it on the inbound. Nice feed. Tabler for 2. Gets the floater to go. And we are back to a 15-point advantage. The Lancers have done such a good job defensively in this game that they've done a pretty solid job offensively. It's just being overshadowed by what they're doing on the other end of the floor.
Yeah.
And right now, Alexander searching for answers. This is Ryder trying to find those answers. Gets it back to Hudnall. Fakes the 3. Inside the free throw line, needs some help. Has it poked away again. Another steal for the Lancers. Cottrell taking it back the other way. Up ahead, Blower with the 3. What a beautiful finish. And it is all Federal Hocking.
She came in from the left side of the rim, did the over-under the opposite way. Beautiful arc from right to left. Put that in. Highlight reel moment right there. That's beautiful stuff.
Absolutely. As now, if you're Alexander, you got to find a way to just get some buckets as that one's deflected away. Rebound secured by Walker. Walker's able to fight through, and we get a foul on Allison.
Right now, Federal Hocking dominating the rebound game. Takira Walker leading all scorers for both teams with 4 rebounds personally. I believe Federal Hocking holds a double advantage. I want to say about 6-11 or 6-12. So Alexander needs to get to work and be more physical. They hold a size advantage. There should be no reason why they're lacking that much in the rebound.
Cottrell had that one poked away. Here's a run out for Ryder. She lost the basketball, kind of overran it a little bit.
And her momentum carried her too far out. Good poke out there. I believe it was either Tabler or Walker that was following her stride for stride, was able to get that out, knock it out of her reach just enough where she lost control of it. Federal Hocking's going to get a chance to extend their lead more than double.
Yes, they will, as Cottrell has it now. It's a 17-point advantage, 33-16. There's a 3 from Nelson, no good off back of the rim. Rebound goes to Hudnall. Hudnall going back the other way, trying to push the pace inside. Deflected away by Tabler, secured by Cottrell. Going back the other way, this is Takira Walker. Inside, Nelson's all alone. Easy 2. Like 1:41 to go, and it is domination right now from the Lancers. Another takeaway. Blower with the steal this time, as Alexander tried to go long like we've seen Federal Hocking do a couple times tonight. Did not work that time. 1:27 to go.
Just some careless ball movement there from Alexander's end. They didn't quite do enough.
And
Beautiful
there is
drive-in.
another drive-in finish.
Blower.
Courtesy of Blower, who's also into double digits, the freshman.
Blower caught that at the free throw stripe, curved around. Beautiful work.
There's Allison inside. That's a foul on Tabler. She kind of hit the arm as Allison, or excuse me, or no, it was Allison. Allison was going up for that, so it's 37-16. Right now, it's just a blitz, really, from the Lancers, and right now there's only 3 in pass protection for the Spartans. They don't have the blockers right now. They can't handle it. We'll see if they can tighten things up. You just got to try and chip away at this deficit here late in the second half. We've seen crazier things.
Sure have.
Second free throw doesn't go. Rebound goes to Ballou, who gets it to Walker. Walker looks back towards Coach Cottrell and gets the play. Now she'll
slow it down a little bit. Yeah, no, you were talking, Ethan. This past week, we saw Trimble overcome at one point was a 17-point deficit. Made that a really close game at Waterford on Tuesday. Anything's
Here's
possible.
Nelson for 3. That is money. And when Federal Hocking's shooting like this, there's just not a lot you could do. No. Nelson's got to be careful with the foul. That's poked away by Blower. Here's Takira Walker. 40-17. What a job Federal Hocking's done in this first half. They have been stellar and have just blown Alexander out of the water. Here is Blower trying to find a lane. That was quickly into the corner. Nelson for another 3. That is money. Dylan, you nailed that analysis early, because when she has that range, she is tough to stop. She's hit 3 threes. She's got 13 points.
Alexander cannot leave her unattended if they want to keep it close. As that free attempt from Hubbard goes just a bit outside.
It does. It's 43-17. We're at halftime here, and we will step aside. It was all Lancers at the half. 43-17, you're listening to the Athens County Game of the Week on Pure Rock 105.
Be reliable heating and cooling. Air Class Heating and Cooling has you covered. From furnaces to AC generators to fireplaces and indoor air quality, we keep your home comfortable all year. Call 740-448-7278 or visit us at 24 State Street. Air Class, comfort you can count on. At Carpet One Floor and More in Athens, we bring your flooring vision to life. From carpet to hardwood to vinyl, our experts are here to help you find the perfect fit. Visit 7 Pomeroy Road or call 740-331-4309 for your free estimate. Carpet One, quality you can stand on.
Whether you're on the go or there's just not enough time in your day, Holzer is making care more convenient for you. Don't feel like leaving the house for healthcare? Don't. Holzer Virtual Care for when and where you need it. Think Holzer first.
Need a contractor you can count on? One call, we do it all. At J&K Contracting in Albany, Ohio, we bring 30 years of experience to every job. Licensed and insured, we handle it all. Complete home builds, room additions, deck designs, concrete work, roofing, window siding, and excavating services. Call J&K Contracting today at 740-698-3521 and let's get to work.
Tri-County Career Center helps students build real skills for real careers. For adults, career development and certification programs can help you reskill, upskill, or start something new fast. High school juniors and seniors can jumpstart their futures with hands-on training in healthcare, construction, media, and more. And of course, there's always fun to be had too. Visit tricounty.cc today.
Got a hankering for some food with authentic flavor? Your destination is Cajun Island at the Bridge in Carbon Hill, the new home of the award-winning blackened chicken with bow tie pasta. From the moment you walk in, you're welcomed by a relaxed, friendly atmosphere and a mouth-watering aroma of dishes made with true Cajun heart. It's perfect for group gatherings, family dinners, or a flavorful takeout night. Don't taste what everyone's talking about. The Cajun Island at the Bridge. Delicious Cajun cuisine, generous portions, and friendly service right here in Southeast Ohio.
At the heart of our community and cheering along with you, Merchants National Bank has been your local bank for over 145 years. Just like your team on the field, we're committed to hard work, teamwork, and supporting our community. Whether you're saving for your future, buying your first home, or growing your business, Merchants National Bank is here to help you reach your goals. Stop by our branch on Stimson Avenue and talk to Beth, Mark, or Greg. Merchants National Bank, a real community bank. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Looking for insurance tailored to you and your family? Shauna Stump State Farm in Athens offers auto, home, life, business, and more, all personalized to your needs. Call 740-593-6882 or visit 328 West Union Street for a free quote. Shauna Stump, protection you can count on. Be reliable heating and cooling. Airclass Heating and Cooling has you covered. From furnaces to AC generators to fireplaces and indoor air quality, we keep your home comfortable all year. Call 740-448-7278 or visit us at 24 State Street. Airclass, comfort you can count on. Our Carpet One Floor and More in Athens, we bring your flooring vision to life. From carpet to hardwood to vinyl, our experts are here to help you find the perfect fit. Visit 7 Pomeroy Road or call 740-331-4309 for your free estimate. Carpet One, quality you can stand on.
Whether you're on the go or there's just not enough time in your day, Holzer is making care more convenient for you. Don't feel like leaving the house.
Be reliable heating and cooling. Airclass Heating and Cooling has...
Welcome back to the Athens County Game of the Week, presented by Tri-County Career Center.
Be reliable heating and cooling. Airclass Heating and Cooling has you covered. From furnaces to AC generators to fireplaces and indoor air quality, we keep your home comfortable all year. Call 740-448-7278 or visit us at 24 State Street. Airclass, comfort you can count on. Our Carpet One Floor and More in Athens, we bring your flooring vision to life. From carpet to hardwood to vinyl, our experts are here to help you find the perfect fit. Visit 7 Pomeroy Road or call 740-331-4309 for your free estimate. Carpet One, quality you can stand on.
Whether you're on the go or there's just not enough time in your day, Holzer is making care more convenient for you. Don't feel like leaving the house for healthcare? Don't. Holzer Virtual Care for when and where you need it. Think Holzer first.
Need a contractor you can count on? One call, we do it all. At J&K Contracting in Albany, Ohio, we bring 30 years of experience to every job. Licensed and insured, we handle it all. Complete home builds, room additions, deck designs, concrete work, roofing, window siding, and excavating services. Call J&K Contracting today at 740-698-3521 and let's get to work.
Tri-County Career Center helps students build real skills for real careers. For adults, career development and certification programs can help you reskill, upskill, or start something new fast. High school juniors and seniors can jumpstart their futures with hands-on training in healthcare, construction, media, and more. And of course, there's always fun to be had too. Visit tricounty.cc today.
Got a hankering for some food with authentic flavor? Your destination is Cajun Island at the Bridge in Carbon Hill, the new home of the award-winning blackened chicken with bow tie pasta. From the moment you walk in, you're welcomed by a relaxed, friendly atmosphere and a mouth-watering aroma of dishes made with true Cajun heart. It's perfect for group gatherings, family dinners, or a flavorful takeout night. Don't taste what everyone's talking about. The Cajun Island at the Bridge. Delicious Cajun cuisine, generous portions, and friendly service right here in Southeast Ohio.
At the heart of our community and cheering along with you, Merchants National Bank has been your local bank for over 145 years. Just like your team on the field, we're committed to hard work, teamwork, and supporting our community. Whether you're saving for your future, buying your first home, or growing your business, Merchants National Bank is here to help you reach your goals. Stop by our branch on Stimson Avenue and talk to Beth, Mark, or Greg. Merchants National Bank, a real community bank. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Looking for insurance tailored to you and your family? Shauna Stump State Farm in Athens offers auto, home, life, business, and more, all personalized to your needs. Call 740-593-6882 or visit 328 West Union Street for a free quote. Shauna Stump, protection you can count on.
Welcome back to the Athens County Game of the Week, presented by Tri-County Career Center.
Be reliable heating and cooling. Air Class Heating and Cooling has you covered. From furnaces to AC generators to fireplaces and indoor air quality, we keep your home comfortable all year. Call 740-448-7278 or visit us at 24 State Street. Air Class, comfort you can count on. At Carpet One Floor and More in Athens, we bring your flooring vision to life. From carpet to hardwood to vinyl, our experts are here to help you find the perfect fit. Visit 7 Pomeroy Road or call 740-331-4309 for your free estimate. Carpet One, quality you can stand on.
Whether you're on the go or there's just not enough time in your day, Holzer is making care more convenient for you. Don't feel like leaving the house for healthcare? Don't. Holzer Virtual Care for when and where you need it. Think Holzer first.
Need a contractor you can count on? One call, we do it all. At J&K Contracting in Albany, Ohio, we bring 30 years of experience to every job. Licensed and insured, we handle it all. Complete home builds, room additions, deck designs, concrete work, roofing, window siding, and excavating services. Call J&K Contracting today at 740-698-3521 and let's get to work.
Tri-County Career Center helps students build real skills for real careers. For adults, career development and certification programs can help you reskill, upskill, or start something new fast. High school juniors and seniors can jumpstart their futures with hands-on training in healthcare, construction, media, and more. And of course, there's always fun to be had too. Visit tricounty.cc today.
Got a hankering for some food with authentic flavor? Your destination is Cajun Island at the Bridge in Carbon Hill, the new home of the award-winning blackened chicken with bow tie pasta. From the moment you walk in, you're welcomed by a relaxed, friendly atmosphere and a mouth-watering aroma of dishes made with true Cajun heart. It's perfect for group gatherings, family dinners, or a flavorful takeout night. Don't taste what everyone's talking about. The Cajun Island at the Bridge. Delicious Cajun cuisine, generous portions, and friendly service right here in Southeast Ohio.
At the heart of our community and cheering along with you, Merchants National Bank has been your local bank for over 145 years. Just like your team on the field, we're committed to hard work, teamwork, and supporting our community. Whether you're saving for your future, buying your first home, or growing your business, Merchants National Bank is here to help you reach your goals. Stop by our branch on Stimson Avenue and talk to Beth, Mark, or Greg. Merchants National Bank, a real community bank. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Looking for insurance tailored to you and your family? Shauna Stump State Farm in Athens offers auto, home, life, business, and more, all personalized to your needs. Call 740-593-6882 or visit 328 West Union Street for a free quote. Shauna Stump, protection you can count on.
Welcome back to the Athens County Game of the Week, presented by Tri-County Career Center.
Be reliable.
Come on over. I want to look good for them neighbors.
We're back here, second half just got underway in Stewart. It's a Federal Hocking avalanche at the moment, 43-17. Spartans got some work to do in this second half should they want to make this one a contest. Hudnall trying to get things going here for Spartans in the first half. Lancers with some good defense on the inside. Back out, here's Hubbard for a three. That one comes up short. Taylor with a nice boxed out rebound. Back the other way, quickly in transition. Walker just a little bit overran that. Here's Nelson for another three. Rolls around 3, 4, 5 times, and it goes down. How about 4 3-pointers for Michaela Nelson and 16 points?
Yeah, exactly as I was saying earlier, you cannot leave Michaela Nelson unattended and expect to keep it a close game. She will unleash from anywhere, even from the neighboring area code.
Here is Walker. You see her streaking down the court, and she can't get the lay-in to go. Second effort from Tabler's no good. It's tipped out and to Hudnall. Hudnall going back the other way. This is Ryder, who's able to fight in, can't get it, tips it to Hudnall, and she'll get it on the second time of asking. 46-19 now. It's a advantage Lancers at the moment, a 27-point advantage.
I was just thinking too, in a 15-minute halftime, I don't know if there's enough that Coach Grinstead could have told her squad, because they've made so many mistakes on so many fronts. You need 30 minutes at least.
As that one rolls in and out from Nelson, this one goes the way of the Spartans. Bean slicing inside, had it knocked away, got her own rebound. Good defense on the inside once again by the Lancers. Hudnall tries to check it back out. That one is rejected by Ballou on the inside. Allison was the one who put up the shot. And Kira Walker will slow things down, reset the offense. 5:54 to go. Lancers in firm control, 46-19. There's Ballou. Back to Walker at the right elbow. Slicing inside was Cottrell. Wasn't found. Ballou gets it back at the left elbow. She's got a little bit of a wrap around her right ring finger, does Ballou. Don't know if she had that in the first half. As Nelson gets it back now. Defended tightly by Hudnall after all those threes she's hit throughout the course of this game. As high up defense is necessary. And it looks like Alexander are going a bit more man-to-man now.
That's exactly what they needed to be doing. The zone defense in the first half was not working at all. This is a good adjustment.
Lancers patient at the moment. Good defense as well from the Spartans, not allowing those openings that were killing them in the first half. That one came up short from Ballou. And the rebound goes to Allison. Hudnall all the way up to Ryder. Ryder trying to get inside. Got the roll. Nice finish from Lily Ryder. 46-21. Here goes Walker streaking up the floor. Got it and the foul. Takira Walker didn't score in that second quarter after putting up 10 in the first. Back in action in the third. Not to say she didn't have a number of key plays in that second quarter. And it is, once again, a 27-point advantage. Chance to make it 28 right here for Takira Walker at the free throw line.
Oh, she was very much as much of a key contributor as her other teammates in that first half onslaught. Alexander already close to matching their
no good there
rebound total from the first half in just the first 4 minutes of the second half. Incredible stuff we're seeing from Alexander, trying to get something going on the resurgence end.
And there was a tip away once again by the Lancers. They've done such a good job of playing that tight defense. And it's causing so many issues for the Spartans on the outside. Here is Cottrell, gets it back to Tabler at the top of the key, all the way around to Takira Walker. Walker jump step, fires it over Cottrell's head to the freshman Blower. Blower just a half step too far, and she walked.
I think on that last possession, Walker was looking for a quick pop-up three, but decided to give it off to a more opportune chance at scoring. Didn't quite go their way, but I think if you're Federal Hocking, you have plenty of room to make small mistakes. You just can't make them common.
As Hudnall that time came up short, kind of ran into her own player twice there, and a couple of Spartans actually came up short on the play. Ryder and Hudnall were both well behind the play. Nelson was fouled. They got the foul there on Hubbard. Honestly, a pretty smart foul from Hubbard with the odd man advantage that Federal Hocking had there. So 2 free throws incoming from Michaela Nelson, who's got 16 points. She makes it 17 with her first free throw made at the line.
I think what happened on the other end was Ryder inadvertently ran into Hudnall as Hudnall was trying to go out for the basketball. It kind of took an awkward bounce. Hudnall was reaching out to her left side, ran into Ryder, and they both kind of fell down. Just an unfortunate
free throw
opportunity.
Comes up short, and then we get a foul. That'll go against Blower. That should be her second foul, which it is.
Yeah, a good majority of the 17 points that Michaela Nelson has put up have been from the area she is the most comfortable, which is at least 50 feet away from the basket, it feels like, because she is letting loose anywhere on this court.
Now a bit of a miscommunication there between Hubbard and Bean as they tried to work a 1-2. Didn't work. Out of bounds. Lancer basketball. 3:34 to go.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot more pressure from Alexander here. They're starting to be a lot more aggressive, a lot more physical. Wide open shot there.
Those are the wide open threes that have just killed Alexander tonight. Absolutely killed them. And right now it's the difference. A 31-point lead. Another steal. Blower this time. Spinning away. Now getting it back is Bean, and Blower somehow gets it back. So at the end of the day, I think they're going to call 2 quick possessions. Now Nelson's all alone, and she puts it up and in. 54-21, full timeout Alexander, and the Lancer domination continues. We'll step aside. This is the Athens County Game of the Week on Pure Rock 105.
The Uptown Clinic powered by Holzer is
Tri-County Career Center helps students build real skills for real careers. For adults, career development and certification programs can help you reskill, upskill, or start something new fast. High school juniors and seniors can jumpstart their futures with hands-on training in healthcare, construction, media, and more. And of course, there's always fun to be had too. Visit tricounty.cc today.
Got a hankering for some food with authentic flavor? Your destination is Cajun Island at the Bridge in Carbon Hill, the new home of the award-winning blackened chicken with bow tie pasta. From the moment you walk in, you're welcomed by a relaxed, friendly atmosphere and a mouth-watering aroma of dishes made with true Cajun heart. It's perfect for group gatherings, family dinners, or a flavorful takeout night. Don't taste what everyone's talking about. The Cajun Island at the Bridge. Delicious Cajun cuisine, generous portions, and friendly service right here in Southeast Ohio.
Welcome back to the Athens County Game of the Week, presented by Tri-County Career Center.
Blizzard. Not the only blizzard we're going to see today, but
yeah,
let me tell you, they have maybe put the snowstorm to shame with the shots they're putting in.
I was going to say, you talk about the old verbiage opening up a can of whooping. They've opened a 24 rack. This is turning ugly here in Federal Hocking.
It is 54-21, and they're going to get a foul underneath the basket by the Lancers. You know what they say? Stone Cold Steve Austin always used to say.
Yep.
A good old-fashioned can of you know what.
Whoop-a.
And that is a short throw from Hudnall. That's no good. Rebound goes to Cottrell. Back the other way. Knocked away. Alexander still have some adjustments that they can make. And obviously at this point, now obviously it does seem a bit out of reach here to try and get back into this game. But obviously still a game to be played. And you got to make some things work here to try and be right for the future for Alexander, as Cottrell's going to go to the line here. If she makes both of these, I believe we'll start a running clock.
Yeah, because when confidence is gone, you have to make sure that you leave with your dignity. And you talk about wrestling, Ethan. Every offensive possession for Federal Hocking has felt like a stone-cold stunner to Alexander. They have not had a single trace of an answer all afternoon. There's
didn't get the
not that many words I can use to describe
and now
it.
We get a foul on Cottrell. That's going to be a second foul on her. Every starter has at least 2 fouls for Federal Hocking. This is a team that, they do average a number of fouls a game because of, like we said, that high-level defense. They try to press high as Hudnall gets a floater in the lane, gets it down and in. They just haven't been able to generate at least Alexander, that is, haven't been able to generate those easy scoring opportunities. They haven't been able to move the ball, I think, to the degree that we know they're capable of doing tonight. Federal Hocking have just done a great job at limiting their opportunities. Walker, beautiful step through, can't get the finish. 55-23, Hudnall quickly up the floor to Ryder. Ryder inside to Hudnall again, can't get the finish. Sneddon tried to get it, Bean tips it back out, still a fight for it. Who's that going to be off of last? It will be off of
Hudnall, looks like.
Yes, Hudnall will be off of the Spartans.
Yeah, not much else can be honestly said here about Federal Hocking's performance. And something I was mentioning earlier in the pregame show, how the key to the game is being the blizzard. They have created whiteout conditions here in their home gymnasium. The home crowd loving every second of this domination.
That's a three-pointer from Walker that comes up a little bit short. Rebound goes to Hudnall. Hudnall all the way up to Ryder. Walker with a great hand in there, and Ryder smartly just deflects that off of Walker into the end line for an inbound for Alexander. It's a large deficit for the Spartans as they try to, again, just cut into it. There's an attempted steal by Nelson. It did get poked away. Ryder was able to get it back, and then Cottrell pokes it away. Now it goes into the backcourt, took a deflection, so no over and back violation. Hudnall will have it back, under a minute to play in this third quarter. Inside Hudnall, just a little too strong for Bean. And Alexander will turn it over once more.
So sixth turnover of the third quarter. That will bring their total on the afternoon's contest up to, I believe, quick mental math, 22 on the evening so far. And we still got a whole quarter to play.
And we're going to get a jump ball. It'll stay with the Lancers there as Walker and Bean fought for the basketball. 45.9 seconds to go. 4 of the 5 starters for the Lancers in double digits. Cottrell, actually Blower didn't even start the game. She's got the 10 off the bench. Leading the way is Nelson with 19. Walker's got 12. Walker slicing inside. Getting it back to Sneddon, and almost lost it, did Cottrell. Now she's able to get around the corner. Now we're going to get an offensive foul on Sneddon there, as she, I think, what the referees deemed an illegal screen there.
It was off the ball contact, but it was a little bit of a late whistle. The ball had already left her hands for a good second and a half, and they called the whistle on that. They didn't like the contact that she had taken with an Alexander defender, but nonetheless, they've got more than a comfortable margin here heading into the fourth.
And Bean lost that one out. 19 seconds to go. Hudnall with a nice pump fake. This is a long two. Doesn't go down. Rebound secured. And we get a timeout as Ellie Needs is into the game now. She was able to pick that one up. 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here as we got about 12 seconds until the end of the quarter. Dylan, from your estimation, what has been the biggest difference today for the Lancers and the reason why they're up by so many points at the moment?
Their defense. Not a whole lot more I can say on top of that. Their defense has been, I'm trying to think of a good analogy for it. Defense has been the bread to the offense's butter. Offense has been smooth. They've been clean. They've been pretty well-rounded, very efficient, but their defense has been sturdy. You let this here stat sheet do all the talking, Ethan. They've forced 22 turnovers They've forced 22 turnovers on Alexander. That's just absolute domination.
Walker with a three, in and out, doesn't go down. And that will do it for the third quarter. Alexander facing a monster deficit. Lancers 8 minutes away from their 10th victory of the season. Just got to finish it out for Federal Hockey. You're listening to the Athens County Game of the Week on Pure Rock 105 and Total Media Sports.
Tri-County Career Center helps students build real skills for real careers. For adults, career development and certification programs can help you reskill, upskill, or start something new fast. High school juniors and seniors can jumpstart their futures with hands-on training in healthcare, construction, media, and more. And of course, there's always fun to be had too. Visit tricounty.cc today.
Got a hankering for some food with authentic flavor? Your destination is Cajun Island at the Bridge in Carbon Hill, the new home of the award-winning blackened chicken with bow tie pasta. From the moment you walk in, you're welcomed by a relaxed, friendly atmosphere and a mouth-watering aroma of dishes made with true Cajun heart. It's perfect for group gatherings, family dinners, or a flavorful takeout night. Don't taste what everyone's talking about. The Cajun Island at the Bridge. Delicious Cajun cuisine, generous portions, and friendly service right here in Southeast Ohio.
Welcome back to the Athens County Game of the Week, presented by Tri-County Career Center.
The biggest key, first of all, for Alexander, just ignore what that scoreboard says. Focus on getting little victories. If they can get to 35 points in this fourth quarter as a total, that would be a little victory for them. As for Federal Hocking,
As there's Bean trying to help you listen
Chipping
there
away.
as she drills the three. She's up to 6 points.
chipping away at it. As for Federal Hocking, don't get comfy, because games like this where you're up by so much, perfect practice for when they're going to play powerful out-of-district teams in the postseason.
Respond right back, didn't get it. Sneddon with a nice rebound inside. Spinning finish doesn't go. 7:28 to go. Hudnall almost double dribbled there, was able to get it back.
Quick three ball from Ryder.
Yeah, no
Doesn't
good.
go.
Quickly ahead, Sneddon on the run, couldn't get it, and that's going to be a foul on to Kira Walker.
But yeah, and as I was saying, for Federal Hocking, up by as many points as they are, I don't want to speak too soon. This game essentially all but over, but that doesn't mean that they can be comfortable, kick their feet up. They can't relax, especially not with as much time on the clock. When that clock hits triple zeros, that's when they need to take a breath and let it all out. They need to keep their foot on the pedal, because it's games like this that are perfect practice for the postseason, especially when they're able to get some of their bench players essential minutes in games where they may get 30 seconds or a minute of playing time at the end of the fourth quarter. The fact that we've already seen players like Laura Blower at double digits coming off the bench, that's how you know they've had control of this game.
Blower making a big play right there with a nice block. Rebound went to Cottrell. Now Blower's got an easy run out. We'll see if she takes advantage. Oh, wow, what a great play by Ryder to fight back there. They're going to say she fouled, but she stops a free 2 points. And at least makes Blower work for it at the line. Good effort there from Ryder.
Well, you can't say the Spartans have given up on this contest.
No, they have, and that's one thing you'll hear from Coach Grinstead, is she big on effort from her teams. Even in wins or losses, doesn't matter for her. She'll want them to give 110% no matter whether they're up or down by 30 points. As Blower makes both free throws, 57-26. Blower's got 12 points off the bench. Really nice performance from the freshman. Again, Federal Hocking pretty much have kind of had the domination here from the jump. They were leading 23-9 after the first quarter. Blower was a big part of that, hit that buzzer-beating three at the end of the quarter. Sneddon tried to poke it inside. Ryder with a long two, no good. Rebound goes to Allison. Allison back to Ryder. Ryder with a three this time, no good. Rebound tipped down and picked up by Walker. Walker's got a run out here. Can she make it work? She's not fouled. Blower was able to get the rebound there, and now they will get a timeout by Amos Cottrell. Will be a full minute. We'll step aside as well. Federal Hocking on their way to victory, 57-26. You're listening to the Athens County Game of the Week on Pure Rock 105.
Discover your future at
Be Reliable Heating and Cooling. Airclass Heating and Cooling has you covered. From furnaces to AC generators to fireplaces and indoor air quality, we keep your home comfortable all year. Call 740-448-7278 or visit us at 24 State Street. Airclass, comfort you can count on. At Carpet One Floor and More in Athens, we bring your flooring vision to life. From carpet to hardwood to vinyl, our experts are here to help you find the perfect fit. Visit 7 Pomeroy Road or call 740-331-4309 for your free estimate. Carpet One, quality you can stand on.
Whether you're on the go or there's just not enough time in your day, Holzer is making care more convenient for you. Don't feel like leaving the house for healthcare? Don't. Holzer Virtual Care for when and where you need it. Think Holzer first.
Need a contractor you can count on? One call, we do it all. At J&K Contracting in Albany, Ohio, we bring 30 years of experience to every job. Licensed and insured, we handle it all. Complete home builds, room additions.
Welcome back to the Athens County Game of the Week, presented by Tri-County Career Center.
Hear our good friend Tad Steinbrink do the Steak and Shake ad. I always like hearing that one because he gets to sing the little song, little Steak and Shake, Steak and Shake. I always like that one. I know Tad has a ball recording those.
Oh,
I know he loves that. So
that's got to be one of the most fun jobs on earth.
It is. He does a great job, Tad. Oh, he's sometimes on the air with us here. Well, definitely on the air during football season. Sometime we had him on the air a couple times here during hoop season. As Cottrell right up to the coop for two. As Brindley Cottrell's up to 12 points. That's 3 Federal Hocking scores with 12 points each, and then Nelson way out in front with the 19, courtesy of those 4 3-pointers she's made.
To use another wrestling analogy, Federal Hocking laying the smack down here on Alexander. They are smelling what the Rock is cooking. Forcing another turnover there.
Yes, they are. Walker getting it back inside. 5 minutes to go. Kira Walker will stop at the free throw line. Nelson wide open in the corner for 3, and you can't let that happen.
Nope.
62-26.
Now, you would think that Alexander would have learned their lesson from at some point midway through the first quarter. If number 13 is wide open, she will shoot from the back row of the student section if she has to, if we had a student section here. Of course, it being Saturday, but I guarantee you, if they were here, another one again. Guarantee you it's very common for student sections at this point in the game if it's a blowout.
There's Walker for 3, and Alexander just can't deal with the pressure. 65-26, and Walker's got 15.
At this point, the student section would be chanting, "Start the buses." As cold as it is outside, might not be too bad of an idea. Don't want to let the diesel freeze up on the buses back to Alexander local school district, but nonetheless, they're going to look to finish strong here.
And that one is no good. It hit the top of the basket. We are in a running clock situation now with the score being over 35 points in the second half, and now the benches will empty for both teams. The starters come out of the game. Nelson and Cottrell likely done for the day. Good efforts from the both of them. Both over double-digit points. Nelson with 22. For the Spartans, a couple of new entries. Elaine Mowry, the sophomore, into the game, as is Maddie Brookins, as is Seneca Boucher.
It's not exactly a good angle from here, but I don't believe a single Alexander player was in double digits today.
I don't think so either. I think you're right. And it just really, again, sometimes it just doesn't go your way on the shooting front as Walker. Another bucket. 17 points for her. What a great performance.
And we've reached funny number territory, unfortunately. It's just been Federal Hocking from the get-go, man. Not much else you can say. I don't know. There's going to be a couple of negative takeaways.
I'm not sure, but if you go to the other camera, there's kids going nuts in the top right corner.
Yeah.
With the, you know what they're doing. Everybody out there knows what they're doing.
The number that shan't be named.
Yes.
That was another turnover there by Elaine Mowry. Couldn't get her hands on it. Had it in her hands. Just
Amos Cottrell just hit it.
Getting in on the fun.
Everybody's getting in on the 6-7 fun as it's Kira Walker trying to get the number out of here, and she can't quite do it just there. Bounce off the rim a couple of times. We got another new member into the game. Grace Chapman has entered for Alexander. Hannah Lucas is also into the game for Federal Hocking. Porter Regadans is also in for Alexander. 67-26, 2 minutes to play. This is Seneca Boucher. Back to Chapman, lost out on it. Grabbed right there by Brindley Harkness, the freshman who's into the game. Walker fires it into Malay Arnold. Back to Harkness, got a foul. So Harkness will shoot a couple of free throws.
I think that last turnover went into the hands of Chapman. Couldn't quite come down with it, and just too easy for Brindley Harkness.
Free throw is made by Harkness. Again, some of the big-time players as Walker exits the game to a nice ovation. 17 points for her. Second free throw rolls around twice, doesn't go. Rebound picked up by Malaya Arnold, and then it's stolen away by Chapman. Chapman gets it back And Porter Regadans brings it up the floor. Regadans gets it back. And a long two that time from Mowry that doesn't go. Rebound picked up by the Lancers with a minute to go. This is Lucas. Lucas all the way up the floor to Ellie Needs. Needs into the corner for the three, and that is good from Buckley. Chloe Buckley drilling the three, or actually, looks like they called that a 2-point basket. They did call it a three. They just changed it there right at the end. 71-26 as Chapman looks to get her way inside. Lost it to a couple of Lancers. Harkness was in on the action. Here is Buckley. Buckley all the way back outside. Another three from Needs. That one is good. Oh, God. Couple of Lancers getting some big points late in this matchup. 15 to go, 74-26. Back outside, 7 seconds. Chapman had that one deflected away, and we'll get a foul, and that would probably do it for this matchup with the running clock. I don't know if they're going to even, will they shoot the free throws? They will let Chapman shoot the 2 free throws, so Chapman will shoot 2 untimed. It'll only change what the final score is, so
sure, why not?
Chapman will get 2. First one is up and good.
Get some confidence in there.
Yeah, it will. Chapman played in the JV game a little bit earlier on, and she drills them both. And she will come back to join her teammates in the handshake line, and that will do it. 74-28, the final score. Lancer domination on this Saturday afternoon. We will step aside. When we come back, we'll round things up, give out our Tri-County Career Center player of the game, as well as wrap things up from here in Stewart. You're listening to the Athens County Game of the Week on Pure Rock 105.
Need reliable heating and cooling? Airclass Heating and Cooling has you covered. From furnaces to AC generators to fireplaces and indoor air quality, we keep your home comfortable all year. Call 740-448-7278 or visit us at 24 State Street. Airclass, comfort you can count on. At Carpet One Floor and More in Athens, we bring your flooring vision to life. From carpet to hardwood to vinyl, our experts are here to help you find the perfect fit. Visit 7 Pomeroy Road or call 740-331-4309 for your free estimate. Carpet One, quality you can stand on.
Whether you're on the go or there's just not enough time in your day, Holzer is making care more convenient for you. Don't feel like leaving the house for healthcare? Don't. Holzer Virtual Care for when and where you need it. Think Holzer first.
Need a contractor you can count on? One call, we do it all. At J&K Contracting in Albany, Ohio, we bring 30 years of experience to every job. Licensed and insured, we handle it all. Complete home builds, room additions, deck designs, concrete work, roofing, window siding, and excavating services. Call J&K Contracting today at 740-698-3521 and let's get to work.
Tri-County Career Center helps students build real skills for real careers. For adults, career development and certification programs can help you reskill, upskill, or start something new fast. High school juniors and seniors can jumpstart their futures with hands-on training in healthcare, construction, media, and more. And of course, there's always fun to be had too. Visit tricounty.cc today.
Got a hankering for some food with authentic flavor? Your destination is Cajun Island at the Bridge in Carbon Hill, the new home of the award-winning blackened chicken with bow tie pasta. From the moment you walk in, you're welcomed by a relaxed, friendly atmosphere and a mouth-watering aroma of dishes made with true Cajun heart. It's perfect for group gatherings, family dinners, or a flavorful takeout night. Don't taste what everyone's talking about. The Cajun Island at the Bridge. Delicious Cajun cuisine, generous portions, and friendly service right here in Southeast Ohio.
At the heart of our community and cheering along with you, Merchants National Bank has been your local bank for over 145 years. Just like your team on the field, we're committed to hard work, teamwork, and supporting our community. Whether you're saving for your future, buying your first home, or growing your business, Merchants National Bank is here to help you reach your goals. Stop by our branch on Stimson Avenue and talk to Beth, Mark, or Greg. Merchants National Bank, a real community bank. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Looking for insurance tailored to you and your family? Shauna Stump State Farm in Athens offers auto, home, life, business, and more, all personalized to your needs. Call 740-593-6882 or visit 328 West Union Street for a free quote. Shauna Stump, protection you can count on.
Welcome back to the Athens County Game of the Week, presented by Tri-County Career Center.
A Lancer domination, 74-28, the final score as Federal Hocking takes care of business in dominating fashion against a very good Alexander team. Like, that's not just a classic run-of-the-mill, expectable amount. We expected this to be a very close game, and Federal Hocking just domination from tip to tip, really. It was absolutely brilliant job from the Lancers. Coach Amos Cottrell, 4 players in double digits, including Michaela Nelson, who will get our Tri-County Career Center Player of the Game with the 23 points and 2 rebounds that she was able to secure. You've got some other stats. Dylan, let's run us through some of the good ones for the Lancers.
Yeah, no, it was a close race for the Player of the Game award. Close second I would give to Takira Walker. 17 points, put up the most rebounds of anybody on this Federal Hocking team. Some overall statistics that just really stick out in my mind. Federal Hocking won the rebound battle 26-21. So Alexander had a little bit of a comeback there late in the second half on the rebound front. They were a little bit more physical down low, but that's about all they could dominate in this game today. In the turnover battle, Federal Hocking allowed or gave up 11 turnovers. Do you know how many they forced on Alexander? 30.
Wow. 30 turnovers.
30
wow.
turnovers. 30 turnovers. Not exactly sure. Obviously, there's a lot more work to do for Coach Grinstead, but for Federal Hocking, this has to be a feel-good win. You could start to feel as the seconds started ticking down on the running clock, which we got about halfway through the fourth quarter before we hit the magical 40-point margin for the running clock. You could start to feel a little bit of that tension and that animosity start to ease. You know, we saw Amos Cottrell getting in on the fun a little bit there, but this was a great matchup, even when it was a monstrous lead at halftime and the third quarter. Federal Hocking did not put their foot off of the gas pedal. Games like this where they got all-around dominance. In fact, all but 2 players recorded at least 1 rebound. As deep of a roster as Federal Hocking has, only Chloe Buckley and Hannah Lucas didn't record at least 1 rebound. Everybody else on this Federal Hocking team got at least 1, if not 2 or 3 or 5. All-around dominance, but it's games like this that, as you said earlier, Ethan, when the playoff bracket comes out in about a week and a half, 2 weeks out from now, this is a bookmark game. If you were looking at resume and strength of schedule, Federal Hocking in games like this, they're going to take this back to TVC Hocking play with a lot of fuel in the tank for them. They're going to look into playing the Megs, the Waterfords, and the Easterns.
You look at this upcoming schedule for Federal Hocking, everything is still in front of this team. They've got 2 conference games left against Waterford and Trimble. This conference is so wide open.
Yeah.
Everything is still very much on the table, and we're going to get you the TVC Hocking standings here in just a second. I believe this will be pre-tonight's results. Give me just 1 second while we get this up and rolling. Again, Alexander moves to 11-7 overall. The Lancers moved to 10-5. Again, they had a couple cancellations early in the year. They still got a bunch of non-con games, including they've got Nelsonville York coming here on senior night. That'll be a week from this Monday. Their next game won't be until Thursday, so hopefully the Lancers won't have any cancellations due to any of the snow, or officially apparently it's called Winter Storm Fern. That's what I've learned today. It's a Winter Storm Fern.
Interesting.
So, yeah, hopefully. So right now, here's the interesting thing right now. You've got 3 teams tied at the top in the TVC Hocking race. Eastern, Waterford, and Federal Hocking all sit at 6-2 in the conference. Trimble's at 4-4, so they're a little bit farther back. It would take a lot of breaks going their way for them to even get a share. I believe they're eliminated from getting a full at-large bid at the moment. But Eastern I believe, lost in the conference in their last game. Yes, they lost to Waterford at Waterford back on the 8th. That was a 59-56 loss. They still have Trimble and Southern to play in the conference. So it's going to be very interesting to see who comes out on top, because besides Waterford playing Federal Hocking, which that one comes up on Thursday, that is a monster game. We will see who comes out on top in terms of the standings, because it really will depend on a lot of those head-to-head tiebreaks, and there may well be shares at play for this conference championship, depending on how everything shakes out. So that'll just about do it for our coverage here from Stuart. We want to, again, wish everybody a safe weekend. We know that the storms are coming. We know that there is, it could be very unsafe over the next 24 to 48 hours. So make sure we are staying safe, staying inside, staying warm. And again, stay tuned to our Facebook and YouTube pages. We will keep you updated on our Total Media networks with games that are going on, whether they're being canceled or not. We will have you updated to the best of our ability, and we will send you back to the radio here with some music, and we will let you know over the course of the next couple of days and weeks what the schedule will look like for the rest of the season. Of course, keep an eye on things Monday and Tuesday in particular with cancellations due to Winter Storm Fern. But for our whole broadcast crew, for Dylan Bly, I've been Ethan Sargent. We're saying so long from Stuart. Everybody stay safe this weekend. Have a great weekend, hopefully inside and warm with the snow, and we will see you sooner rather than later. This has been the Athens County Game of the Week.
Thank you so much for watching the Athens County Game of the Week. Tune in next time where we'll see you on the court.